My name is Madison Whitcraft. This quarter, I had the privilege of taking Tcom 205 as a student at Eastern Washington University. This class brought many joys, hardships, as well as learning curves that I'll be telling you all about in this presentation. An overview of my presentation. The first thing that I'll be talking about is a troubleshooting guide that I had created for iFixit. And the second thing that I'll be talking about is a fast fix repair guide for iFixit that I created. And the third thing that I'll be talking about is my overall reflection and what I've learned from this entire class. E-waste is a popular informal name for electronic products nearing the end of their useful life. Computers, televisions, VCRs, stereos, copiers, and fax machines are common electronic products. Many of these products can be reused, refurbished, and recycled. iFixit is a wiki-based site that teaches people how to fix almost anything. Anyone can create a repair manual for a device, and anyone can also edit the existing set of manuals to improve them. Our site empowers individuals to share their technical knowledge with the rest of the world at no cost. Project number 1. Our group was assigned the LG G3 smartphone. We researched many problems that users stumbled upon while using this device. There were so many problems with this device, so we had to narrow it down to the top 5 ranked issues that the users had to counter. As a team, we broke down each individual task and assigned everyone a part in which they did to their best ability. In researching the LG G3, we narrowed down our 3 top common issues to be the LG G3 shutting down automatically, the LG G3 gets too warm, and the interface was slow, resulting in lagging. In finding these common issues, we then created a guide with some possible solutions to benefit the users. The guide creation was broken down into 6 sections, which are Overview, Needs, Problems, Discussions, Methodology, Device Description, Documented Problems, Causes, and Solutions, and the Conclusion. In the Documented Problems, Causes, and Solutions category, we took our 3 common problems, and for each problem, we researched 2 to 3 possible solutions. One challenge that occurred in this project was doing everything as a group. There were so many conflicting schedules, which resulted in many different situations. For instance, someone wouldn't do their part. We encountered times where our group members would ignore us or act like they weren't part of our group, so their part was covered and they did not have to participate. One takeaway from this project is to simply be careful who you trust, and make sure that you're communicating fairly often to make sure that the group is on track. Letting people take off and run with their part doesn't always turn out to be successful. Even if your group members seem to be doing well, check in with them and to simply let them know that you are there for them if they need help or have any questions. Project number 2. We had to create a fast fix repair guide for iFixit. Every student responsible for creating a fast fix guide that wasn't already on the iFixit website. The troubleshooting guide was also paired with a letter of transmittal document. We had weekly checkpoints which needed to be approved by our professor upon submitting our work off to iFixit for their approval. Fast fix is a problem-solving technique which involves utilizing the fastest solution to keep the problem from reoccurring in the near future. In order for a fast fix to be usable, it needed to be at least 7 steps long, and you need visual pictures of each step to help guide the user along in a visual way. The Fix project was a 1992 to 1996 Ford F-Series Bronco header panel replacement. I felt this guide was necessary because it allows you to have access to other parts of your vehicle like your headlights, your grille, etc. It is a quick and easy fix that can save someone a lot of money on doing the repair themselves. In my research, I didn't find any pre-existing guides, which really surprised me. During checkpoint 1, it was more of an outline rather than completing the entire guide and rolling the dice of having done something incorrectly. We had to have all of our pictures done as well as detailed steps to go with the pictures. I used a Nixon compact camera to complete my pictures. After approval, we were then allowed to continue on to checkpoint 2. Checkpoint 2 was where I created the actual troubleshooting guide as a whole. I needed to include all the pictures as well as detailed steps. In the guide, we were also required to document all of the tools needed to complete the repair. As far as my pictures in checkpoint 2, I added markers around the bolts in my pictures to give the user a better visual understanding of where the bolts exactly went to avoid confusion. Once my guide was completed, it was then published onto iFixit's website in hopes of helping users complete the repair safely and quickly. This guide allows users to access it in hopes of them needing it for a repair. I'm not entirely sure how many people will use my guide, but one can only hope that it is very useful and will be used multiple times. Some challenges in completing this troubleshooting guide were making sure everything was simplified and very detail-oriented. It seems like things are very easy to comprehend from your perspective, but making sure it's the same way for the users of your guide is a bit more challenging. The pictures needed to be perfect, clarity, and diagrammed heavily to avoid miscommunication in the steps. One takeaway from creating the troubleshooting guide that I will use in the future is the tactic that less is more. Oftentimes when doing this project, I found myself trying to incorporate multiple steps in one step, which made them more confusing and caused conflicting steps. It is often crucial to make sure your steps are limited to one action to avoid any confusion between the user and the guide. Taking a Tcom class, you'll work with several different people whom you may not know and may do things differently, which you may not be comfortable with. To get around that, communication is key. If someone isn't doing something that you feel is incorrect, talk to them about it. If you don't like something that you see and you choose to ignore it, you're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting the rest of your team. It is crucial to manage your time if you want your project to succeed. Several factors determine the time a project takes. One is the skill and experience of the people working on the project. Allow yourself to have extra time in case you need to make a change. In addition, when establishing time goals, consider the effect time potentially has on the quality of your project. Overall, this class taught me many things that will benefit me in my future. This class was very challenging, but in the end, everything worked out. I'm thankful for the opportunity that I received to advance my knowledge in this Tcom 205 class. Thank you for watching my presentation. I hope it was useful and informative.